Look, as outrageous as this whole situation is, I have to say I think you're making a little too much out of it.
You can't be serious. We're talking about the Forrester holiday and cruisewear line. We shouldn't be sharing the spotlight with Sally Spectra, and you, of all people, should agree.
Look, I admit I'm not thrilled by this, but we're in it. We just have to make the best of it. We have no choice. After all, she did get some pretty good reviews for her fall line.
Sally Spectra hasn't changed. Those kind of people never change. I'm late. I've got to go down to the Queen Mary. I have a meeting with her.
I understand that Miss Spectra has put a great deal of her own money into this showing.
Yes, of course, but that's a ploy. What she simply wants from this party is to raise her social standing and her business standing, and that's wrong.
Well, what's wrong is for you and I to condemn her motives before she's been given a fair trial.
I'm not condemning her. I made a promise to myself that I will keep an open mind. I'm going to set aside my personal feelings, and I'm going to pay attention to only the business at hand. I'm determined that I'm going to raise as much money as I can for the Children's Hospital Fund.
Good girl.
Wish me well?
I'm sure everything will turn out just fine.
Mr. Forrester, I understand you wanted to see me?
Yes, Clarke, I want to talk to you about the quality of your work over the past couple of weeks.
Oh, Macy, those sketches Clarke Garrison has been sending me are just fabulous, aren't they? They're the best thing I've seen in years. Oh, this fashion show is going to be a sure thing for us.
I hope so, Mother. I really do.
I know we can pull it off. I know it. Our whole collection is going to shine.
I hope you're right.
I know I can do it. And the first thing I have to do today is to sweep Stephanie Forrester right off her feet.
Well, good luck, Mother.
I got a great idea. Why don't you come with me? It's a perfect chance for you to meet Queen Stephanie.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't. I have plans.
You're not going to see him again, are you?
Mother, now you're going to be late to see Stephanie.
But I want you by my side.
I will be. In spirit. Because I am on your side.
Okay.
You better get going. You're going to be late.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just have to knock her socks off for both of us, right? Bye-bye, honey.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. I was just leaving.
Don't. I'll be right over.
The bold and the beautiful. This portion sponsored by Breath Savers. Think fast, think Breath Savers. With fast-acting mint crystals and NutraSweet. Ah!
Mr. Forrester, you want to talk to me about my designs?
Yes, I do. Both Ridge and I have been less than pleased, although I'm sure that doesn't surprise you.
Quite honestly, it does, sir. I don't know what the problem could be. I'm not doing anything differently.
Yes, you are, Clarke.
I am.
You're rushing. Look, I can see it in every stroke. I can see it in your lack of attention to detail. It's written all over every one of your sketches.
Dad Forrester. Every one of these designs has received a great deal of thought and preparation, I assure you. Hell, I was up all night and day working on these to get them to you.
Well, there isn't very much to show for all those hours. A few designs that I'm sure you must agree are substandard.
Don't know what to say.
There's something outside of Forrester that's affecting your work, isn't there? I know there is, Clarke. And I know what it is, too.
Well, if you know what it is, sir, please tell me.
It's your marriage, Clarke. Yeah, I have to really wonder to what extent your relationship with Kristen is undermining your work. You're burned out, Clarke.
Sir, if you don't mind, I'd like to keep what's left of our private life just that. Private. And as far as my work goes, it'll get better. I promise you.
Here she is, the Queen Mary. She's even more incredible than you could ever imagine, right?
Well, this place is a logistical nightmare.
No. No, I got a lot of ideas to fix that. She's a beautiful ship, right?
Yes, but that's not the point. I mean, there are so many inherent problems in having the event here, not the least of which is staging a fashion show.
No, no, look. We could have the fashion show. We could have it right down here. I mean, look, it's a perfect place. All this equipment and everything. We could put the audience right back there where they could see everything. And we could have a model from Spectra appear from over here and walk down through here. And then one from Forrester come from over there. And then one from Spectra and one from Forrester. Spectra, Forrester. It could be like kind of a floating competition, see? And then the models could go back there and mingle with the crowd.
You can't be serious. Why, it's so amateurish. It's like tea room modeling. Miss Spectra. When we introduce the line of fashion at the House of Forrester, these are spectacularly staged events. We are professionals.
I know. I've heard. I know they're beautiful and elegant, but this is different. This is an innovation. It's never been done before. And Stephanie, I intend to go first cabin all the way on this. First class food, drink, music, entertainment, fireworks.
Fireworks? I knew you'd turn this into a circus. Miss Spectra, please. I have had enormous experience in staging these kind of events.
I know. I know that, Stephanie. This isn't my only idea. I got a million of them. Now, look, I know the final decision is always going to rest with you.
I am not going to allow the House of Forrester to be drawn into some sideshow competition. Spectra versus Forrester? No. I have the image of the House of Forrester to protect. I knew it. I knew you would turn this into a three-ring circus.
I shouldn't have waited.
Now, how could you say that?
Look, Macy, I don't want anything between us to get out of control.
Well, it's too late. It already has.
Look, why don't I excuse myself?
Mr. Forrester, I appreciate what you're trying to do. But I'm not sure Chris and I have that much to talk about. Do we, Kristen?
I think we do. I think we have a great deal to talk about, Clarke.
But will it change anything? Can it change anything?
Not if you're unwilling to talk. Or listen.
Kristen, I know a lot more about this than you credit me for.
A lot more about what?
You and Mick Savage.
What does that mean?
Remember what you told me the night I found out about him?
Yes, that I was never going to see him again.
That's right. You did promise that, didn't you?
Yes, I did, Clarke. Wait! I thought you said we were going to talk about this.
We have nothing to talk about. Not as long as you have such a convenient memory.
That's quite a greeting.
You liked it?
I couldn't help but like it.
I bet you could get pretty used to it, couldn't you?
Yeah, I'm afraid I could.
Well, now, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of anything. That's what some man taught me a while ago.
Some man?
Yeah, a guy named Mick Savage, a real risk taker, a real free spirit. You know, the kind of guy that a mother warns you about?
And yours probably does.
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, she does.
Well, maybe you should listen to her. She's probably right.
So, you are a rogue who's gonna break my heart, huh?
Look, I don't want to. And that's the whole point.
You still haven't forgotten her, have you?
Forgotten who?
You know. The girl that you were so wrapped up in when you came to LA.
Sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to. But I am getting over her.
I love it that you're honest with me. That's all I could ever ask of you.
Well, that's what you really want. And you seem to be able to handle it.
I just want to be your best friend.
Macy, you've been a real friend to me. Ever since I've been in LA.
And you've been awfully sensitive to me. For a rogue photographer.
Things are really rough between the two of you, aren't they?
I don't understand it, Dad. I just don't understand it.
Clarke is so damned upset. Is it justified?
No, that's just it. It isn't justified. I've accepted all the blame for everything I've done. I've apologized, but he still won't talk to me. He won't even come home at night. I've done nothing to deserve this kind of treatment, Dad. I haven't. I just want our marriage to get back to normal again. I've said everything I could possibly say to him. To be quite honest with you, Dad, I'm losing my patience with this whole situation.
You sure about this?
I've never been more sure about anything. That nothing could be more right than this. Being here with you. It's where I belong.
Do you know what you're doing?
Is that a challenge? Well, if you don't believe my words, maybe you'll believe this.
won't you listen to me? Can't you see how much I love you? I need to talk. I need to talk to someone. Why? Why are you doing this to me, Clarke?
You know about that other woman?
Macy, come on.
I just want to say one thing. I am going to spend the rest of my life making you forget her and any other woman you've ever met.
You are the sweetest kid.
Woman, Mick. Haven't I proven that to you by now?
Yeah, I guess you have.
Aren't you gonna get that?
Let it rain.
This is ridiculous. Did you think I wouldn't catch on? Do you really think you're going to benefit from some kind of comparison with Forrester?
The only people I want to benefit from this event are those poor, sick children.
Well, then make a contribution. A big one. It'll be greatly appreciated. This party is not necessary.
This party will bring in huge donations.
No. I know what you're up to. This party will bring in buyers. I thought you were smarter than that. Your merchandise is going to look shoddy in this kind of an event.
My hope is not to make my merchandise look good. My only hope is that some child will benefit from this.
Child? Whose? Yours? You told me once you wanted your daughter to mingle with the kind of people that never accepted you.
Don't we all want a better life for our children? Isn't that why this charity was founded?
Have you ever even been down to that hospital? You don't care about those babies. You don't care about their plight.
I was planning to go.
The only thing you're planning, which is quite obvious, is to promote your own cause. You don't care about those babies, and you don't care about seeing them.
As I was trying to say, I was planning to go to the hospital this afternoon. I'm taking my daughter with me.
Wrapping yourself in this false cloak of caring doesn't fool anyone, Miss Spectra.
But I do care. I care very much.
You're a social climber, and you want to link yourself to the quality of the House of Forrester. You don't care about those babies.
All right, look. There was another reason why I want this benefit to be a success. And that is to win your respect, Stephanie. Because believe it or not, that does mean a great deal to me.
You manipulated that committee, and you boxed me into this. You know exactly what I think about you. And what my family thinks about you, and that is never going to change.
But I've changed. And Spectra has changed. We're a legitimate design house now, just like your husband.
You're a thief. You've stolen all of your life from people like my husband. How dare you compare yourself to him? He'd never do anything like that.
We've got our own original designer now, Beau Rivage. We've got our own original line of fashion, too.
Beau Rivage? Who the hell has ever heard of Beau Rivage in this business? He's just another knockoff artist that you employ.
No, Stephanie. You are wrong.
The longer I stand here and listen to you, and the longer I look at you, the more right I know I am. I am not going to be a party to this.
What? Stephanie! Wait a minute! What do you mean? The committee elected you co-chairman. Everybody was thrilled about the idea, not just because you don't like me.
Whether I like you is irrelevant.
Look, I got a lot of plans here. I made all these arrangements. Everything's ready to go. I put a deposit down on the ship.
Then have a party. Make a lot of money. Give it to the hospital. It'll be wonderful. Because the reality is, whether Forrester participates or not shouldn't be relevant if your altruistic speeches are really true.
You agreed you would go along with this. The Women's Committee was there. Everybody heard you.
I changed my mind. I'll just tell the committee, and I'll explain it to my husband. Goodbye, Miss Spectra.